It's time for draft number 4, entering with my coins and looking for a formation. Dump it on world class as we have been, and hoping for an interesting formation. That's a wide formation with no left wingers or right wingers. Diamond in midfield, but quite wide. That is very defensive in midfield, and a centre forward coming back as a false 9. That's a little bit more attacking with only 3 centre backs. That's very wide across the middle, and that's a more, well, I'm not even sure what to call that. No real central midfielders, central defensive and central attacking ones. Do any of these have, one of them has left wingers and right wingers, but it's got an anchoring central defensive midfielder. I like playing with 2 up front, and I might go with that, with no wing backs, putting a lot of pressure on the left and right midfielders. Just having a look. That has 2 central defensive mid. Yeah, let's go with that. I like my 2 strikers. Let's see how we go. So, a captain. My captain is De Jong or Sane for me. Central midfield. Look, that is an important part in here. Sane does open up the German Bundesliga stuff. Oh, am I going to let heart rule head? I think I am, I think I'm going to go that way. Hope for Müller, hope for more Lewandowski up here. Let's go Bayern. Let's go German and Bayern. I'm going to regret this, aren't I? Centre forward Messi, 65. We don't have a centre forward slot. There's no German links. There's no Bundesliga links. Messi up front would have been perfect with the Barcelona connection with De Jong. Do I chase it now? Belgium's close to Germany. Surely that gets half a link. I've played a lot of Messi. Mertens opens up Italy, which I haven't done very much of. Still a centre forward. Look, let's get Messi because we can drop him down into the attacking midfielder role in case the next few players end up being Spanish league or more linked with Messi. So it's Haaland. I've not yet played with Haaland, and that gets me back to my German league. Yes, don't overthink it. It's been amazing and it's so fun to watch. I'm worried about the left and right midfields. They're usually not very strong positions. This is no different. Griffo. Do like Griffo. German league. Yep. Might link in then to... Well, I didn't pick the Italian, so... Might link into somebody I didn't pick. That's not going to work, is it? Right midfield is all terrible. You can tell that I don't know any of the players when I have to move to this view and study them. So Spanish in the Spanish league is going to link best with Messi. That's who it's going to be. Really hope I don't have to ever see you again. Centre midfield. Now this is where having that centre attacking midfielder settled is going to make the difference. I just had that Pogba and it was amazing. I have no England, no Man U, obviously, and no Premier League. What a terrible, terrible pick that would be. I really like Pogba. So I'm going to set myself a challenge to try and fix this chemistry with what I've got. It's still early. It can still get good, right? How do I fix Pogba with these guys? I can't. I'm not going to use any of these guys. Stop thinking about it. Just get the one that might link with Messi. A great Messi and a couple of shitty midfielders are still going to beat most teams. Centre backs. I should leave the centre backs and come back once I've worked out my midfield. Centre backs. See, if I end up with an English link in the midfield, then that would make sense. All that. Whereas this is a more sensible French-Spanish kind of a link there. Go big, work out the chemistry later. Or maybe play a whole one with terrible chemistry. Central midfields. Who am I going to have in there? But Delaney, I didn't need a central defensive midfielder because that could obviously work with the German. That is a better replacement and does work out then with the German, although it doesn't link to Sane, but it links to Haaland. Rashford, I don't really want to go Premier League, although I do because that would make Pogba very happy. Let's do that. That makes sense, right? I mean, Pogba over here, fix that central midfield role and that right midfield. So we're still over here hunting for midfielders before I get too invested in centre backs. So nothing German, so we're looking at Spain. We're looking at mixing with Messi, just a better version of what we've got. That is obviously going to be the best possible link for Messi up there. So what have we got? Wow. The wow is because it didn't improve the link anywhere as much as I thought it would, because I guess it took away from the link to central midfield that that Oscar Plano had. Never mind. Messi's happy. He's unhappy being next to Haaland. Best player there. Well, best card there. I wanted to go Premier League up front to make that corner with Rashford. Gives me some options. Probably the best of these, although is a better player, better card, left wing, but he'd be out of position at the striker position. See, what's better? 4 better in overall, much better pace, obviously, the way I like to play, but 1 position out, so his chemistry will suffer. Let's find out. Let's not go boring. So slotting him in immediately makes things worse. Cool, breaking the German links. That might still be a midfielder, I don't know. More likely to be a defender. Okay, let's go German. Commit to the German? No, because there's no link up to Sane, and I'd need a central midfielder to be German to make this work. Look, I've had Van Dijk so often. I've not had Hummels. He's so slow and yet so strong, and hopefully his intelligence translates to this. Choose with your heart. Alrighty. Central midfielder needs still. So I'm going to go all over the place. Let's go higgledy-piggledy here and try and find a German central midfielder. Instead, I've got a centre forward, left wing back, a right wing. I don't have any of those in my formation. That centre forward doesn't link with anything that I have. That might be possible to drop into a centre back position to get that little corner of Premier League happening. So maybe. Salah doesn't fit at all. There's no Premier League happening on the right. There's no right wing. I think the drop to right midfield is just too big. An attacking central. Yeah, see, that is the link, isn't it, for Premier League? This is just going to push me all Premier League, and then my strikers are completely isolated, and I've not got any spare strikers. So it's Chilwell into the centre-back role, or Bruno Fernandes to replace Sane. Look, I want to commit to the German thing, so let's go with that. How does he go at... I can't swap with it empty yet, so I'll do that in a second. Okay, let's do this more in order. Let's get the centre-backs, and then we'll use the weird positions. So there's the Bayern and German connection. So I'm really hoping for that central midfielder to be German. Oh, I'm going to chase it. I'm going to chase it. Use these cards to try and find a German central midfielder. Hey, a German central midfielder. Look at that. And a Bayern centre back. Why did I have to get him at once? And that centre back link is so good. He's a central attacking midfielder. Could slip into just the central midfield role. Yeah, I've got more options at centre back. I can still link them with a keeper and other things. This is a position of need. I need Willy Brandt. I know his name's not Willy. Rightio. Immediately looking to see who the hell these people are. Obviously, I know Kyle Walker, but the rest. See, that opens up nothing. Don't want English in the right wing. Really not going to use them. Let's get a central midfielder just for positionally and some Frenchness. Why not? Okay, let's see what keeper we're getting, because that might inform some of these centre back choices. Michael, is there a Premier League link? There is. A better Premier League link? Not really. There are 0 Germans. Don't need a Spaniard. I like Schmeichel more than De Gea. So that's why I'm picking him. It's all very technical. Who else did we get? Well, we got a German league Bayern keeper, so, you know, probably best not to think about that. Pop him in. Let's fill out this other slot. Alaba would have fit so well in there. Alaba would have fit so well in there. My God, I'm manifesting things. It's hilarious. That's brilliant. So, right midfield is really just there for Messi. So, look, a German striker. That's still. This is getting weird. Guess if I move him over and swap Hummels over to the BVB side, or wait, you put him in the middle because he's not going to run as much. Alrighty, let's see the other centre back that's coming. BVB helps. I mean, it's not great, but he's more of a wing side back rather than a centre back, or he was in the past. Not much of a right midfield there, but does the centre backs don't seem to link with the central midfielders just in from them. The centre backs only link with the other centre back and the right and left midfielders. Strange. Okay. But look, it's the German player or the German league. But this is another striker which might get me out of this Messi conundrum I've built up there. It won't, looking at those players. Yeah, there's nothing in that for me. Not going to use any of them. Who left? And a bit of a problem forming at the top there. Messi. Vasquez is at least the right league to put up there. Which is no real better than my right midfielder who's got that position naturally. Davies might be able to slot further forward into the left midfield role. Let's find out. At least it's an option because it's a move up there. No, it's not really that much better. Like makes Pogba unhappy. Yeah, but a couple of gaps in those links. Last card. No icons. German French central attacking midfielder. Clearly going to take him. I just don't quite know where to put him. Is one of these attacking midfielders, who I've got many of now, going to need to replace Messi up at the striking position? Does that sort of solve the problem? Let's just work out who I'm going to pick from. I'm not picking Angel. I'm not picking Oscar Pleno. Probably not picking any others of these. So, yeah, Davies wasn't real happy moving up. Pogba's staying, definitely, and we need Rashford in there to make Pogba happy, even if it's only a 7. Manager might help there, the Premier League manager. Yeah, Messi just kind of stuck up there by himself, and Correa's the assistance for Messi. I mean, 6 and 7 isn't terrible, but now he looks like more of a striker. If we get him up there and a right midfielder that's more German, a big stretch from left back. What else we got from the Germans? Nothing really? Nothing that can help with that chemistry. Now, left midfielder up there do any better? Yep, he's not as far out of position. Playing for the German league. That's it, a sort of one short of making that work. So that's a better link because French? I'm not sure, I'll just take the numbers for it. Sane's happy where he is, that's... yeah. Although, that's just too far out of position. No, I gotta make sure I can keep Messi on here somehow. So does Sane... that's too far out of position. Okay, yep. So the idea was right. We keep Messi in and we keep Correa there as his happy maker. And then I have lucked into a happy accident there. Nope, Brandt is still happier there. If we get rid of the English League entirely here, how bad does that look? That's a better combo. It means Pogba's out. I have just played with Pogba, and this is much more German now. Is he any better for chemistry in here? Not really. And, well, I think just makes more sense to have Alaba on the side. Swapping those two doesn't work. I think this is it. So now I guess I'm looking for an Argentine manager in the Bundesliga. Let's see. There's an Argentine manager, which bumps me to 96 and importantly gets Messi up. There's a German that gets me to 95 and it's probably boosting people who are already on 10. And I'm not sure the rest would be useful at all. So I think let's boost Messi. Let's have, those two non-German league players isolated out there getting the most benefit from the manager. That's it. Messi, Sane, and Diaz. Diaz is still in there. He's not even on the field, is he? Okay. He's Premier League, so maybe dropping him in. Let's mess with that right now. I'll pop him in. and keep. So he would have to be on this side where we've got Pogba and Rashford. That's obviously our better centre back, and we take this one out and go with Ruben Dias into the Premier League corner. So we've got a Premier League corner on the left. We've got a Argentine duo up there, and then the rest is German league, if not German nationality. That's okay, you know. It does mean that pace, shot, passing, dribbling, skillful Leipzig player misses out. I don't think he's not a better fit in there than anyone. Well, he wouldn't be. There's no French players out. So if Hernandez were on instead of Alaba, maybe he would, because that would then be a French connection. But that's not worth it. The gap between Hernandez and Alaba is too great. That link is sensible, but we could put Schmeichel in, boosting our left centre back. But it's still a massive drop. It's just too good a fit otherwise. I think I'm good. I think I've worked it out. Well, I'll let you know how the games go.